right. Hi, everybody. We're going to be working on lesson 12 problem set. So we are going to be finding area of figures. Hopefully you can see this. The problem set asks you to measure with a ruler, but I don't expect you to go find a ruler. So I'm going to tell you the dimensions of the figures. And then we're going to use a model to find the area for each one. So the first figure that we're doing for figure A is 2 by 2.5 inches. Okay, so I need a little more space here. The top side is going to be 2. Notice how I didn't split it into 2 parts. I just labeled the length. Now, for the side, it's 2.5. I still have to separate the whole from the half. So I'm just going to kind of guess where that would be. But I still put the 2 holes here and the 1/2 here. So remember, what we did there was we separated the whole number from the from the fraction. Okay, what do I do next? I've got it labeled. What's my next step? Ava J, can you help me out?
What?
Can you help me out? What do I do now that I have the sides labeled?
You have to put everything in parentheses.
Okay, so what's gonna go in the parentheses in this box?
2 times 2.
Great job. Let's see, I don't remember who else was here. I think Matthew's here. Matthew, can you tell me what goes in this one?
Yeah, 2 times 1/2.
Perfect. So our area model is done. Once we fill in what goes inside each box and we have the sides labeled, after this part is done, we're going to start working on the actual multiplication part. So we're going to take those 2 sets of parentheses and we're going to add them together. So I'm going to take this box first, 2 times 2. I'm just copying this from here, down here, plus, and then I use this set of parentheses, 2 times 1/2. Okay, what do I do after that? What's my next step?
Multiply them.
Yep, I'm going to multiply what's inside the parentheses. So 2 times 2.
Four.
Yep. Oops. Plus 2 times 1/2.
1.
So remember, this would be 2 times 1 over 2. What does that equal?
1.
1 whole, right? Oh my God. So then we just add those together. 4 plus 1 equals 5, and we're dealing with inches, so that's going to be square inches. All right, let's go over to figure B. We're doing 1 3/4 times 1 3/4. So on the top, I'm going to have to separate the 1 from the 3/4 and the 1 from the 3/4. And then separate those with lines. Harrington, what do I do now?
What?
What do
I
I do
can't.
now?
My brother's being.
Yeah, I know. What do I do now?
You put the 2, I think, in
I
the
don't
big
have-
box.
I don't have
Yeah.
any twos. So to find the area, this one,
Yeah.
I'm gonna multiply the length and the width. So in
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
what do I put?
So it'd be 1 times 1, and then
Yep. What about this one?
3, or 1 times 3/4.
Good. All right. Somebody else help me with the other two.
Next is 1/3 times. 1 times 3/3. 3/4. Oh my god.
One time, fourths, and somebody else for the last one.
3/4 times 3/4.
Great job. Okay, what do I do next?
You add them all?
Yep, they're all going to be put together so we can add up the answers. So I just copy what I wrote inside each box. 1 times 1 plus 1 times 3/4 plus 1 times 3/4 plus 3/4 times 3/4. Okay, so now we're going to solve what's inside each set of parentheses. This one should be pretty easy for most of them because look at all the ones we have. When we multiply by 1, it just stays the same, right? So 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 3/4 is 3/4. 1 times 3/4 is 3/4. And then this last one we do have to multiply. Mrs. Nowitzki or Mrs. Bloom, will you guys call in someone to help me multiply the last set of parentheses?
Sure. Let's see. How about so many choices? How about Alma?
First you add the
So we're doing 3/4 times 3/4.
first you multiply 3 and 3,
Yep, so we multiply across the top, which is
9,
9. Okay,
and then 16.
perfect. Good job. All right. Now I have to add. Jimmy Paul, can I add these the way that they are right now?
No,
Why not?
because they're not the same denominator.
Exactly. So which denominator am I going to change and what am I going to change it to?
$16.
Yeah, I'm going to change the 4s to 16. So what do I multiply 4 by to get 16?
4.
What?
4.
4, right.
4.
So if I'm multiplying the denominator by 4, I'm multiplying the numerator by 4. I have to do the same thing here. So I'm going to get some new fractions. My whole number stays the same. And then let's change these. 3 times 4 gives me 12 over 16. This one's exactly the same, so I can just repeat that one, plus my 9/16. All right, so go ahead and add those up. Let's see what we get.
33/16.
Did you hear Mario?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so Mario got 33/16.
30.
Ava J, did you notice anything that he forgot or left out? Hint, hint.
Wait, what did you get though?
He said 33/16. This is what you get when you add 12 plus 12 plus 9. What do we forget? That whole number. That's super important. Don't forget about those whole numbers. All right, 33/16. What are we going to do with that? Stella, get down. Sorry.
You gotta change it.
Yeah, I got to change it. How many times does 16 go to 33?
2.
2 times.
Good job.
So it goes in 2 times. I have to add that 2 to the 1, so that's 3. So 16 times 2 was what?
32.
32. I had 33. I used 32. What's left?
1/16.
Perfect. 1/16 square inches. So 3 and 1/16 square inches. Don't forget about those whole numbers. I know that it's easy to do when you're focused so much on your fractions. You can kind of lose track of this guy over here. Don't forget about that because it changes your answer so much. Okay? All right. We're going to stop there because I don't want to be too repetitive. If you feel like you want to stay on with me afterwards to practice another one, feel free, but I'm going to stop recording here in a second. Does anyone have any questions immediately or about anything that I just did? No? All right. Not too much different from yesterday. Less drawing, but really all the same amount of steps. Okay. So if you want to stay on and do another one together, we totally can. Otherwise, I'll see you guys later. Have a great day.
What are we doing for the exit ticket?
Oh, I'm glad you said that, Jonah. You're not doing the exit ticket. You're doing homework problems 2 and 3.
Okay.
Because the exit ticket wants to be over and you don't have
And
to
then we
wait.
just send a picture of it to you.